Hello, everybody. This is John sitting here by himself. We're going to do things a little differently this week. Doing a weekly podcast is a tough endeavor to do, and so sometimes homies need a break. We still wanted to deliver some sort of content to you guys, so we're going to do this every once in a while whenever we need just a small break, but not to rid you guys of any content. What I did is put together a small compilation of some of the best animal fights we've had so far, but I have edited them with some more sound effects, give them a little more flair, you know? Completely new, completely not hack material. You're gonna love it. So yeah, I did intros for these fights weeks ago when I was heavily sick, so my voice is gonna change. Keep that in mind. Hear how nice and healthy I sound right now, and enjoy the sexy, raspy George Clooney who's gonna present these fights to you later on. We love you. We'll be back in full force, and yeah, love ya. Bye.
Hey. Are you seriously podcasting alone?
Nah, I'm with my...
So the first fight is from the very first Rambling we released, in which we talked about Drake's giant black mamba of a member. We also shared stories of a kangaroo hip-hopping around in night vision and the theft of a taxidermied polar bear up in Canada that had police begging the public for help. So here is Nick at the end of the episode fighting a kangaroo in a bouncy house.
All right, Nino. You're fighting a kangaroo.
Yeah.
In a bouncy house.
Yeah. Oh.
Would that improve the kangaroo's
I think
ability?
that doubles his jump.
It gives him a little more momentum.
Yeah, it gives him a ×2 jump ability.
How big of a bounce house?
Yeah, how large? Is it like a kid party bounce house, or is this like,
Yeah, you know what? You're at a bouncy house at a kid's party. So you start off there. You're in this bouncy house. It's like a 10-year-old's party.
It was like a 5x5 meter.
It's one of those big ones, rich people houses.
Okay,
it's
so
a big one.
It's like 10 by 10.
It's like the size of this room, which is big. What's the size of this room?
It's about 5x5.
5x5. Okay, so it's a big bouncy house,
Okay,
right?
okay, so we're in this 5x5.
Yeah, you're just like, you're at this kid's party.
All right,
that's going on, and then you're.
Guys, okay, I got this.
You got it? Yeah.
So I'm in this bouncy house, right? I'm hopping around. I'm the only grown person there.
Yeah.
Right? It's all kids. The parents are like, this is kind of weird. Who the fuck is this guy? I'm not invited. So I'm just there, I'm hopping around being like, yeah, fucking bumping into these kids. They're falling over. I'm an asshole.
There's kids in the bouncy house.
Yeah, and then one of the parents is like, yo.
You could use the kids.
Yeah. Well, yo, bro. So one of the parents is like, yo, bro, like, the kangaroo kid is there. It's it's multi-ethnic, what do you call it? What's
multicultural?
Multicultural. But it's like, I don't know, like, what's an animal to a human? What's multiracial? Like, interspecies. It's a multi-species. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to get to. And multi-species party, right? There's rhinoceroses.
He's not allowed in the bouncy house.
It's a problem. It's an issue.
They feel left out.
Yeah. So I'm bumped into all these fucking animals, these kids, whatever. There's some Asians there too. So I bump into this.
They're also not allowed in the bouncy house. That's for other reasons. That's because of Pearl Harbor.
This is an American bouncy house.
They're Taiwanese, but we don't know the difference. So this parent comes in and is like, oh, you can't, like, you fucking bumped into my kid, like,
oh, no.
Fuck you. So I'm like, hey, man, screw you, dude. Like, this is my neighborhood, too. I'm allowed to be here.
It's Rocky Balboa. Don't give him an Australian accent.
It's Rocky Balboa with an Australian. Yeah, Rocky. This is Jason Statham. Jason Momoa? No, fucking the other one, the bald one.
Jason Statham?
Jason Statham.
Yeah.
The beekeeper.
This is
the beekeeper.
The beekeeper as a kangaroo. He's like, oi, fucking, don't be pushing my fucking kids, mate. And I'm like, nah, screw you, dude. So I pick up an Asian, I fucking chuck him at him. I'm like, don't fucking... I'm like, don't speak to me like this. And so he's like, he jumps at me, right? Boom. These, you gotta understand, kangaroos can jump like 9 meters at a time. So this man, 5 meters, no problem. Hits me right in the fucking chest. I can't breathe. I'm on the floor, I'm bouncing. Boom, boom, on the fucking ground. Can't breathe. This guy's stomping on me. doom, 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 smashing my face. I'm losing teeth. My nose is bleeding everywhere. The kids are fucking screaming. They're losing it. They're full of blood. The blood's bouncing as well. So this is like a Tarantino movie, just full of blood. These kids don't know where the exit is.
It's like black and white.
It's black and white as well.
These toddlers are like the perfect like flinging size to the.
Yeah. And so at this point, everyone's just bouncing off the walls. They're hitting anything. Jason Statham gets hit in the face by some kids. The fucking rhinos are jealous and so they run into the fucking bouncy house. It starts, their nose hits,
Their horn
hits the bouncy house. It starts deflating. So we're drowning. The blood has filled the.
Sounds like a queef.
The blood has filled the bouncy house that's slowly deflating onto us. Everyone's drowning in the blood, just screams. The parents don't know what to do. And then while in this panic, the kangaroo stops being able to jump, right? Because there's no space, there's no bounciness no more. So I grab a hold of him. And as we're both drowning in blood, I'm fucking squeezing his fucking throat with all the hate. Just fucking, you fucking cunt, you fucking piece of shit. Boy. And we both
that cunt was not friendly.
And we all drown, us and the children, in the blood. And
Jesus fucking Christ.
Wow.
There's no good ending to this.
That's brutal. You know, that's good. That's a good plan.
Yeah.
Forget it, Nick. It's bouncy house.
Forget it, Nick. It's bouncy house.
Next up is from our third rambling episode where we discussed a cannibal eating a severed leg on the side of the road, the police department using Lego heads to cover up suspects' faces, and a lady who started fires from her vagina. You have to listen to it, you have to hear it to believe it. But it was there, I swear. So this comes at the end of the episode when John, not me, but the other John, had to fight a bear on the set of The Deadliest Catch. If you don't know what that is, well, it's a crab fishing reality show. Chaos ensues.
All right, find the bear. Where at?
You're on the set of The Deadliest Catch.
Okay.
So you're on a boat.
So I got a lot
So
of
you're on
fishing
a
rods.
crab fishing boat.
That's a big boat.
You got space. You got space.
got
And there's
the boat.
crabs.
All right. That's
But
it.
nobody's there. Everybody called in sick.
So who's driving the boat? It's the bear.
You'll have to take care of that.
All right.
Set up the scenario.
All right.
So the crazy guy with the mohawk, he's not there.
Crazy
Don't
guy
think
with the
so.
mohawk
Don't think so.
and the
Nobody
fucking
wants to
captain
help
yelling
you
at
catch a
over the
bear.
mic. All right,
This is
so-
above their union.
So I'm just I'm casually. It's a nice summer day. You know, birds chirping in the background, nice waves hitting my boat. You know, the boat's rocking.
You high as fuck.
I'm high as fuck, of course, because I got to deal with the elements. You know, it helps with the turbulence,
The seasickness.
the seasickness. So you know, I'm out here just pulling in my my big cage full of crab. You know what I mean? I'm out here unloading.
He's never crab fished before. He has no idea how it works.
No, that's what they do. That's what they do. Yeah,
I see them pull cages. They pull cages.
They pull cages in, and then they reel it in. And
Sometimes
then
they drop them too.
exactly. You know, they sometimes drop them, but I don't drop them because 10 out of 10.
Good.
He's a pro.
10 out of 10.
He
crab
never
fisher.
drops them. He just picks them up.
No. I just give one or two to the seagulls. You know what I mean? And just get them off.
Because
their
you're a good
backs.
guy.
I'm a good guy.
Take one to the family.
Yeah, exactly.
Feed your family.
So out here, pull my cage in. All of a sudden, I'm unloading the crab. You know, I'm separating the males from the females. You know what I mean? And then all of a sudden, I hear over the intercom a big roar. You know, and I'm just like, wait, Captain, what happened to you, sir? And he's telling me, you know,
I'm gonna come down there and fuck you up. You separated them wrong.
you know what I mean? Oh, it's a bear that speaks. He speaks
got an
English.
accent.
He speaks English, and he's apparently from Texas.
That's Barry Weinstein.
It's Barry Bernstein.
That's the producer of A&E.
So he comes down there to scold me some more because
Why are you Southern here?
Yeah, I don't know what
Where are you
happened.
from?
I don't know what happened to me.
Are the
but-
people of Deadly's Catch Southern?
I mean, 95% of them are.
I ain't never seen the sea, but I like the idea of it.
But I like the idea.
I
mean,
never
Texas-
seen me no sea bear before.
Texas is on the ocean.
This is a fun fucking fact. Just a fun fucking fact from
He's
Nicky
pulling out
Poo.
the Google. Yeah, and Texas can't get into Pornhub anymore.
So I'm out here, the captain's coming down to roll down some mite on me. So I have my hook, my whole hook to pull the cage in. I'm getting ready to fight this bear, but apparently he's a big bear. He's a big aggressive bear. And I didn't read no books about
He's a
how to-
grizzly bear.
I don't know where he went from a black bear to a grizzly bear. God damn it! I can't run from this
John is
motherfucker.
colorblind.
Can't run from this motherfucker. He runs faster than me. All right, so we do a little Scooby-Doo run scene, you know what I mean? So I'm running away. I'm running away from him. I go in through one door, come out through another one that's on the left, and then go into the door, come out from the left again.
You get into an elevator.
You got one where you're both backing into each other. And
Yeah, we're
you
both
turn
backing
around
into
like,
it.
oh!
And then all of a sudden we
Both
run
run
through the
away.
same door, going through the same door.
He pokes you on the shoulder like ding ding ding.
Exactly. Yeah. So then I end up back on the docks where all the seagulls are, and then all of a sudden I whistle. I call all my seagulls to come down and rain mayhem because I've been feeding them, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah,
they
yeah.
like me. They
Good
like me now.
callback.
So now I call them. They all come flying down. They start fighting them, and then I take my big claw and then I strike him on the shoulder, and he don't like me no more. The birds
never
don't.
liked
The
you.
birds ain't doing justice. He just starts swatting and getting them off. Yeah, that's right. That's right. And he's just. Thank you for the sound effects.
Are
I
they
appreciate it.
killing-
Oh shit! I make my story more lively.
That's what a bear sounds like, okay?
He starts swatting. He takes out my army. Now there's only me and one bird left, and he's on my shoulder. Right?
I love
He's
how
on-
more Southern you got.
I gotta stay on my crab fisherman. So
You could have used crabs.
What's your
crabs are later.
seagull's
Oh,
name?
shit.
What's your homie's name?
What's his name?
I call him.
Clearly your homie.
I call him Willie.
What's his real name?
Well, my bird.
Yeah.
My bird.
Shalanka.
Willie Siegel.
He's a swallow.
He's actually used to be an ex rock and roll.
Oh, he's not a
drummer.
swallow.
He's a swallow.
He's a swallow.
He's a swallow.
He's not
no,
a
he's
swallow,
a fucking
but he does.
seagull, bro.
But he does all the swallowing.
He
You get lonely up there.
swallows my little fish.
Proceed with your story.
So it's me and Willie on a face off. Right? He's just squawking. He's squawking against him. Now I'm all out of weapons. My claw's still in his shoulder. He's swatting my whole army. It's a whole lot of dead bodies. He's slipping all over the place. You know what I mean? He doesn't know.
All the
He's
blood.
trying to get to me, but he just keeps stumbling on my dead seagulls. And then I'm just like, what do I do? What do I do? So I grab the biggest male crab I can see, and I'm like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna throw his ass at him. I throw him. He gets him with his big pincher claw. Bang! He grabs him on his nose. The bear goes crazy. Rawr! He goes crazy. Then I'm like, you know what? I only got one more option. We're going down together. So I start running. I go up top. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna steer this ship to hell.
Holy shit!
So we go down. I still have one more cage hooked up. It's still on my side. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to use this as an anchor. So I anchor myself down. Then the anchor hits the bottom of the sea. Then guess what?
Do you not have an actual anchor?
Yeah, boats have anchors.
Yeah, I know. But I felt like using a cage for this one. Okay.
Dramatic.
I think it was more
Shut
dramatic.
up.
It was more like crab related. You know what I mean? So you guys shut the fuck up. Listen to my story.
Sorry.
So it's me and Willie. We're looking at each other.
I could just fly away, actually.
No. Willie's the loyal one. I
family's dead.
anchor myself down. I break the front window and I jump down onto the bear. And I'm like, we going down together. The boat tips over after the anchor hits the ground very slowly. And then in less than 10 seconds, the boat flips over and we die together.
Because none of you can swim.
None of us can
Bears
swim.
can swim.
but not this one. I mean, try to swim when you got a whole boat over you.
Righto.
You ain't going nowhere, buddy.
What a lovely fight. So Jesus Christ, my voice is horrible. Can you tell that I'm sick as fuck right now? Yeah, anyways. Our next one is from a special rambling episode. So this is from the rambling episode we did about the P. Diddy allegations that came out a couple of weeks ago. That episode is probably going to have to get its own update because a lot of the stuff we said was, there a lot more things came out on it. So maybe we'll get an update on that. But anyways, at the end of the episode, we decided to each take on Diddy in a fight, and here is me taking on the master diddler, P. Diddler, voicing him myself as well in what John has given me as a location is the Chuck E. Cheese. So I hope you enjoy it, and yeah.
Now it's gonna be John.
you at,
Let's
son?
put him in a Chuck E. Cheese.
Stop playing with them, Johnny.
So half restaurant, half arcade for the people who have never been to a Chuck E. Cheese. It's like mostly like a pizza area.
That's unfair. He's got kids to throw him.
So I'm here at the Chuck E. Cheese.
Naked.
No, I'm not naked. That would be illegal.
That
would be problematic. So I'm here at the Chuck E. Cheese trying to beat a high score on Dance Dance Revolution.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
And then Diddy pulls up behind me and he's like, I noticed you skipping my songs.
Not the lisp.
I changed his voice. That's Diddy now. I noticed you skipping my songs, Jonathan. He said, who the hell is that? It's me. Pedolph Diddler. It's P. Diddler. Like, oh my God, P. Diddler. I wasn't expecting you. He's like, you're supposed to be in Antigua. He's like, I just had a couple of things to settle before I lived out the rest of my life in Antigua.
Antigua.
You're not gonna tell no one, are you?
He turned like a little Italian mafia man.
He's from the fucking Bronx of the list.
P. Diddler.
P. Diddler.
And I'm like, I feel obligated to tell somebody that you're here. He's like, well, then we're gonna have a problem here, Jonathan. So I'm trapped because the DDR machine, there's basically a pole in the way. He's blocking the one way. So I gotta run out of the other side of the DDR machine. I run into the more like skill-based games and like with like basketball shooting and all that. I'm shooting basketballs at Diddy. Diddy's dodging him. Some of them he catches. He throws back at me. Pow! Right in the face. I'm like, shit. I'm gonna have a bad time here. I don't know if there's a ball pit at this Chuck E. Cheese. There's like a whole park. So he chases me into that. He's like, joke's on you, Jonathan. I like balls.
I'm glad he's now Jewish now.
No, I wasn't doing that.
Yeah, you were.
No.
Loki sounds like the Spotify DJ.
Diddy Shafir.
Hey, Jonathan.
Hey.
Hey, Jonathan, I heard you like balls. So he's chasing me down this thing, and he's got a bottle of oil, and he's trying to like a squirt, like he's squirting. So it's getting slippery, and I'm trying to run away from him in this like park with the tubing and all that, and trying to cross. I'm pushing kids out of the way, like get the fuck out of my way. The diddler's after me. And we slip down the slide. He's like, I'm on my way. I'm coming for you, Jonathan.
But he's oiled up, so he's faster than you.
He's faster.
He's like, he's sliding down. So we crash into things where we have to engage in a wrestling match.
God damn it! Why is it a wrestling match for all
because
three
he's a
of you?
wrestler.
I know.
He's a wrestler, so
He's a wrestler. I love it. It's like he's a wrestler. It's known. He's been in WWE
He wrestles at parties all the time.
all the time.
So I give him a suplex in this ball pit. Just blow. I try to give him one of those, like, you know, it's one of those drop bombs or whatever it's called. I'm kicking his ass, but he's like, Jonathan, I have one more trick up my sleeve. He snaps his fingers, and all his sex workers run out from the back of the Chuck E. Cheese, and they jump into the pit. Suddenly, I'm fighting like 10 dudes. That's when I have to use the children. I wanted to keep them out of this.
I wanted to keep them out of this.
I wanted to keep them safe. Like, get away from the diddler. These kids are surprisingly, they're P. Diddy fans. So I take like one kid, you know, buy the shirt, and another kid buy the shirt. So basically, they make these sort of gauntlets. So basically, just swinging them, their feet, slapping every like sex worker in the face, plack, plack. So I'm just like swinging away these guys, and that P. Diddler's at the point where he's literally like shooting guys at me. He's like sending them over you. Like, go get him, Cornelius. He starts pulling out a camera like, I'm gonna make a video of you, Jonathan. You're gonna be the star for tonight.
I'm gonna make you famous.
Exactly. Eventually, the Chuck E. Cheese mascot arrives, and he's like, what the hell is going on here? And I'm like, Mr. Chuck E. Cheese, help me. So he jumps into action.
Oh, great.
And he starts beating the shit out of P. Diddy with me.
Nice.
So we're both beating the shit out of him. And then, like, P. Diddler punches the head off of Chuck E. Cheese. And it's Drake.
Oh.
And I'm like, Drake, what are you doing here? And he's like, I'm as surprised as you are. I'm just trying to make things work. Yeah, basically, so he's like, we're gonna have to do this like a cheese pizza, Chuck E. Cheese. I mean, Drake. Drake E. Cheese. He's like, I agree with you. And so then both me and Drake, we take one arm of P. Diddy, one of P. Diddy's arms, and we pull in different directions. It's hard because the oil is kind of slipping off our hands, but, you know, we're doing, he's like, you'll never rip me apart. But we still do it. And eventually what we do is we manage to rip P. Diddy's arms off.
Nice.
So there's no way he could book any flights without arms.
And you won't be touching anyone's rectums.
He won't be
He
touching
can't be.
nobody's rectums anymore.
He can't diddle anymore.
We hold him in place just in time for Homeland Security to come and take him away. And the last thing I do is, thank you, Drake. And he's like, don't worry.
Don't worry about it. You'll thank me later in
Thank me later.
2024.
Thank me later.
Thank me later. Nice. So stupid.
And he's like, you know, he just leaves. And just right before he picks up a kid. And he walks out and he's like, hold on, we're going home.
Oh, God.
My word, what a goddamn story. Well, that's all we have for today, so thank you for tuning in, and don't forget to review us. Follow us on Instagram. We are BVE Pod. I am John, the only person plugging today. So, Director John Ramirez on Instagram, Deadtime Media on Instagram and YouTube. I also do reviews on YouTube. It's called John Hates. We are on the Tiki-Talkie now too, so BVE Pod on TikTok as well. Have a lovely day. Have a lovely weekend. We will see you next time, where we will be back in full force. Take care.